4 o'clock here. It is 6 o'clock in Florida, and these are live pictures. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge that connects lower Tampa Bay to St. Petersburg is closed, of course, right now. That's because of Hurricane Ian. Ian officially making landfall about 3 hours ago on the west coast of Florida, just west of Fort Myers. The eye wall described as extremely dangerous. Taking a look at the radar now, you can see Ian making progress now, working inland just north of Fort Myers near Punta Gorda, and it is continuing to pack a wallop, arriving as a heavy Category 4 storm. The video from Fort Myers this afternoon showing the smashing winds hitting power lines and sparks flying. The woman who shot this says this was at her home at about 1 o'clock in Florida. She said her home was left without power even after the sparks had stopped. And all across the state, nearly 1 million people are dealing with power outages.
We have line workers and linemen and line women coming from 27 other states. They're positioned at 24 different locations throughout the state.
We can really see those 12 to 18 feet of storm surge inundation above ground level. That's 3 times as tall as I am. So that's really an unsurvivable circumstance.
It's unbelievable. They knew it was coming, although it did change just a little bit in its movement and really impacting the entire state. Our Chris Bianchi right now is in Tampa. He's joining us now, and we're trying to get the conditions and an update from him.
Yeah, Chris, tell us what you're seeing, what you're feeling. The storm to the south of you, but it's hitting all of Florida right now.
Yeah, hey, Kim. Hey, Tom. And checking in here from Tampa. The worst of the storm, the center of the storm is about 75 miles due south of me. The eye wall, which is the ring that goes around the storm, usually the worst part of it, about 40 or 50 miles away from where I'm standing. And within the last 10 minutes, I would say we've had a couple of gusts here that have been in the neighborhood of about hurricane force, about 75 to perhaps 80 miles an hour. And you can tell that it's pretty rough at this point as is, and we're still seeing these pretty nasty gusts getting up again into that 75, 80 mile an hour range, despite the fact that, again, that eye wall still about 45, 50 miles away to my south, and the center of the storm about 75 miles away. Now, Fort Myers, Naples, you were talking about that. That is the southwest part of the state, and that part of the state took the brunt of Ian. And here in Tampa, we are still getting, obviously, a pretty good blow from this storm. You can see it right behind me. Starting to see a lot of power outages in this area, a lot of flooding as well. But fortunately for Tampa specifically, here we didn't get the big storm surge that was kind of feared about 2 days ago. Here in Tampa, we've mostly dodged that specific bullet, but the worst is still yet to come here. The core of the center of the storm about to head our way here as we head overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's far from over, and when we think about it, there are a lot of people that were expecting it. A lot of things have been changed in Florida to make things stronger, but still plenty of people that are trying to ride it out.
Chris, we appreciate your coverage. Chris, of course, a big part of 9 News Plus, and if you're looking for continuous coverage of Hurricane Ian, 9 News Plus is the place for you. It's also streaming coverage from our sister station in Tampa with all the news right there.